We are looking at the two most important heavyweights of the automotive world for 2026. In the red corner, we have the Ferrari Purosangue. Ferrari refuses to call this an SUV, and when you see the engineering, you might agree with them. In the yellow corner, the new 2026 Lamborghini Urus SE. The S and Performante trims are gone, replaced by this plug-in hybrid beast. We are gonna rip these two apart category by category, from the engines and the raw numbers to the interiors and the staggering price difference. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which one deserves the title of the King of Super SUVs. Let's start with the heart of the beast, because this is where the philosophy of these two brands completely splits. The 2026 Ferrari Purosangue is protecting a legacy. Under that massive clamshell hood lies a masterpiece, a 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 engine. There are no turbos, there are no electric motors, there is no hybrid assistance. It is just pure mechanical violence. This engine pumps out 715 horsepower and 528 pound-feet of torque. Because it is naturally aspirated, you have to rev it out to feel that power. The peak power hits at a screaming 7,750 RPM. The sound isn't just noise, it is a high-pitched F1-style wail that you simply cannot get from any other SUV on the market today. It creates a direct emotional connection between your right foot and the engine. You press the pedal and the response is instant, sharp, and razor-edged. Now look at the Lamborghini. For 2026, the Urus SE has changed the game. It uses a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 engine, which we have known for years, but now they've bolted on a permanent magnet synchronous electric motor. This is a plug-in hybrid. Don't let the word hybrid fool you into thinking this is a Toyota Prius. This system is designed for one thing: domination. The gas engine makes 612 horsepower on its own, but when you add the electric motor inside the transmission, the total output jumps to 789 horsepower. That is 74 more horsepower than the V12 Ferrari. The torque figure is even crazier. The Urus SE pushes out 701 pound-feet of torque. That's nearly 200 pound-feet more than the Ferrari. Because of the electric motor, that torque is available effectively from 0 RPM. You don't need to wait for the turbos to spool up. You smash the throttle and your head hits the headrest instantly. Let's look at the numbers, because numbers don't lie. The Ferrari Purosangue, despite being lighter, does 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.3 seconds. The top speed is 193 miles per hour. The Urus SE, even though it is carrying a heavy battery pack, uses that instant electric torque to hit 0 to 60 in roughly 3.1 to 3.4 seconds depending on your traction. Top speed, it edges out the Ferrari at 194 miles per hour. It's a photo finish, but on paper, the Lamborghini is more powerful. However, the Ferrari wins on weight. The Purosangue weighs around 4,850 pounds, while the hybrid system in the Urus SE pushes it up to nearly 5,500 pounds. You can feel that weight in the corners, which brings us to the driving dynamics. Ferrari did something magical with the suspension on the Purosangue. They partnered with Multimatic to create a true active spool valve suspension system. This isn't just regular air suspension, it uses 48-volt electric motors at each corner to actually push against body roll. When you throw the Purosangue into a corner, it stays completely flat. It doesn't lean, it defies physics. It feels more like a raised GTC4 Lusso than a tall truck. The steering is light, twitchy, and incredibly fast. Classic Ferrari. You sit lower in the car, and the center of gravity feels sports car low. It's rear-wheel biased, so it loves to rotate. The Lamborghini Urus SE takes a different approach. It uses air suspension that can raise and lower the car significantly. You can drop it down for track use or lift it up to clear rocks. It's a more versatile system. The Urus also has rear-wheel steering, which virtually shortens the wheelbase. Despite the extra weight from the batteries, the Urus SE manages to mask its mass incredibly well. It uses active anti-roll bars to keep things tight. But here's the difference. The Urus feels like a tank that learned to sprint. It feels big, wide, and imposing. You muscle it through corners. The Ferrari feels like a dancer. You guide it. Also, the Urus SE can drive in pure electric mode. You can drive about 30 to 35 miles completely silently. You can leave your neighborhood in the morning without waking up your neighbors and then unleash the V8 on the highway. The Ferrari cannot do that. The Ferrari is loud all the time. This is the category where the cool factor comes in. The Ferrari Purosangue has a party trick that the Lamborghini just cannot match: the welcome doors. The rear doors on the Ferrari are rear hinged, also known as suicide doors. They open backwards electronically. There are no door handles on the rear, just a tiny hidden button. When both front and rear doors are open, the entire side of the car looks like a portal to luxury. It's dramatic, it's theatrical, it's exactly what you pay $500,000 for. The shape of the Purosangue is very organic. It's all curves and wind tunnel flowing lines. The hood is exceptionally long because that massive V12 is pushed far back against the firewall for better weight distribution. The Lamborghini is the opposite. It's sharp, angular, and aggressive. It looks like it was designed with a machete. For 2026, the SE model gets a new hood design that floats over the front bumper, a callback to the old Lamborghini Revuelto and other supercars. The headlights are slimmer, and the rear taillights have a new mesh grille connecting them. The Urus screams at "look at me" with bright colors: greens, oranges, yellows. The Ferrari is usually spec'd in deeper reds, silvers, or blues. The Urus sits higher off the ground and looks more like a traditional SUV shape, whereas the Ferrari looks like a hatchback that went to the gym and took too many steroids. One practical note: the Ferrari has 22-inch wheels on the front and 23-inch wheels on the back. The Urus also offers massive 23-inch wheel options. Both look absolutely massive on the road, but the Lamborghini undoubtedly has the more intimidating get-out-of-my-way presence in the rearview mirror. Step inside the Ferrari and you will notice something missing immediately. There is no central infotainment screen, nothing in the middle. Ferrari believes you should be driving, not playing with a tablet. Instead, the driver gets a massive digital gauge cluster and the passenger gets their own 10.2-inch screen right in front of them to control the music and see how fast you are going. The materials are insane. The leather smells expensive, the carbon fiber weave is perfect. But here is the catch. The Purosangue is strictly a four-seater. You cannot get a middle seat in the back. The rear seats are individual buckets separated by a console. And the trunk? It's small. You get about 16.7 cubic feet of space. It's enough for a couple of weekend bags, but you aren't helping anyone move house in this thing. The Lamborghini Urus SE is far more normal inside, and I mean that in a good way. It has the typical Lamborghini Jet Fighter starter button with the red flip cover. It has two touchscreens in the center console, one for navigation and media, and a lower one for climate control. The Urus feels more like a cockpit. The graphics are sharp, aggressive, and very geometric. Crucially, you can spec the Urus with a rear bench seat, making it a 5-seater. If you have 3 kids, you can buy the Lamborghini. You cannot buy the Ferrari. The trunk in the Urus is also significantly larger, offering around 21.7 cubic feet of space. You can fold the rear seats down to get even more space. The Ferrari rear seats fold, but the space isn't as usable. Also, towing. The Lamborghini Urus is rated to tow 7,000 pounds. You can literally tow your track car with your daily driver. Ferrari does not recommend towing with the Purosangue. It's a thoroughbred, not a pack mule. This is the controversy hook I promised you earlier. The price gap here is absolutely astronomical. The 2026 Lamborghini Urus SE starts right around $260,000 to $270,000 here in the US. Yes, once you add options, you are looking at $300,000 or more, but that is the standard price for a super SUV. The Ferrari Purosangue starts at roughly $435,000, but good luck finding one for that price. With options and the insanely high demand, most of these are leaving the dealership floor at over $500,000. On the secondhand market, they're trading even higher because Ferrari limits production to keep them exclusive. You could literally buy a Lamborghini Urus SE and a brand new Porsche 911 GT3 for the price of one Ferrari Purosangue. That is a hard pill to swallow. The Ferrari commands that premium because of the badge and that V12 engine. You are paying for the exclusivity. You are paying to be part of the club. So who wins the war of 2026? If you want the best car, the engineering marvel, the one that will go down in history as a collectible icon, you buy the Ferrari Purosangue. That V12 engine is a dying star, shining its brightest right before it goes out. It drives better, it sounds infinitely better, and the suicide doors are a showstopper. It is the special choice. But if you need an SUV, the Lamborghini Urus SE is objectively the better vehicle. It is faster, it has more torque, it has more seats, it has a bigger trunk, it can tow, it has better tech, and it costs $200,000 less. The Urus is the daily driver you can abuse. The Purosangue is the occasion you savor. The V12 might be dying, but Ferrari has proved it is not dead yet. However, for 99% of people, the hybrid Lamborghini is the weapon of choice. Subscribe if you enjoy the ride.